Breaking news now on CBS 2 News at 6. A fire alongside the 405 freeway in Sherman Oaks. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Dowd.
And I'm Jasmine Veal. We want to get right up to CBS 2's Desmond Shaw live in Sky 2. And Desmond, it looks for the most part the fire is out.
Yeah, Jasmine and Peter, fortunately, LA City Fire got a pretty good handle on this one here. You see the hand crews out there just digging around and making sure that nothing is going to flare back up. We do have some video to show you of some of the more intense moments earlier when this thing first sparked up, and there was a little wind blowing out in the area. This is affecting the southbound side of the 405 before Skirball Center. Just about an acre or two that burned up here, but LA City Fire got here in record time, and they even did an airdrop here with a water drop with one of the water dropping helicopters. So just making sure that nothing else sparks back up here. They may be out here for a while, and this is affecting the southbound 405. You see LA City Fire blocking off the 3 right lanes here, south 405 before Skirball Center. So it's got the freeway now backed up, coming away from the 405. Definitely want to tune into our sister station, KNX 1070, if you're getting ready to head through the area. Live at Sky 2 overhead, I'm Desmond Shaw. Jasmine and Peter, back to you now in the studio.
All right, we'll keep an eye on things. Thanks, Desmond. Now to our other top story. An off-duty firefighter in the right place at the right time, saving a young girl who fell into a fire pit. He just happened to be at that father-daughter campout in Newport Dunes as a 10-year-old girl accidentally slipped right into open flames. And tonight, he tells CBS 2's Adrianna Weingold about those heartbreaking first moments and how his training kicked in.
What a scary ordeal for this young girl and her friends. They are part of the YMCA's Adventure Princesses, and they were out here in Newport Dunes for a daddy-daughter camping trip when one of them fell in the fire pit. The closing ceremonies for YMCA's Adventure Princesses were underway this morning, minus one little girl and her father. Charlotte Chapin is home recovering after falling into a fire pit at a daddy-daughter camp out in Newport Dunes.
She was upset. Dad was upset. It's funny because the dad is probably one of our bigger dads, big burly guy, and you know, there's a little girl in his arms here.
The ordeal is upsetting for even the toughest dads, like off-duty firefighter Mike Heddleston, who helped treat Charlotte immediately after her fall. The 10-year-old and her dad were gathered around a fire pit just after breakfast Saturday morning. Charlotte was perched on the edge of her chair when somehow she fell forward, landing in the flames. A parent quickly grabbed her and pulled her to safety.
So I got there and assisted the other dads with cooling her down, making sure they had called 911, making sure 911 knew where to come, making sure they had the information they need so we could get her out of here, because I could tell by the burns that she needed to go to the hospital right now to get those taken care of.
Lucky for Charlotte, Heddleston was also on the trip. He's been with the Orange County Fire Authority for more than 25 years and knew exactly what to do, putting cool, clean water on the wounds while keeping Charlotte warm.
We had Dad kind of hold her and cuddle her while we did it because it was her back on her leg, so the dad could kind of hold her and keep her calm, and then we just kind of cooled her off until it got uncomfortable, and then we warmed her up, and then we cooled her off. We just kept doing that till the medics got here.
Charlotte was whisked away to Orange County Global Burn Center, where she spent most of the weekend being treated for burns to 10% of her body. She and her parents are grateful for the quick-thinking actions of Heddleston, who stepped in to save their princess. Charlotte and her parents want all of her Adventure Princess friends to know that she is okay. She is at home recovering. In Newport, Adrianna Weingold, CBS 2 News.
And let's hope Charlotte makes a full recovery. Breaking news tonight in Pomona. A driver slammed into several cars after he was shot. Police say he was going south of Cordova Street when he was shot, lost control of his SUV, and collided with several cars on Elysian Avenue. CBS 2's Jeff Nguyen is live at the scene. Jeff.
Peter and Jasmine, we want to give you a look at what's left of a chain reaction crash after gunfire sounded off in this neighborhood this afternoon. Let me step aside and hopefully map it out for you. I want to direct your attention to that SUV right there. You can see some of the windows blown out right now. I'm going to ask Mike Johnson to pan the camera to the right where you can see that Toyota Camry smashed up. It banged right into that blue pickup truck, which also hit that Dodge Challenger right there. Now let's go ahead and show you some video from Sky 2 earlier to give you a look at this debris field on the 1300 block of Elysian Avenue in Pomona. Now we're keeping our video wide because the images are rather graphic. At the center of all of this is a dark SUV that had its windows blown out. Police say that the driver of the SUV was driving southbound on Cordova Street when someone shot at him. The victim was hit in the upper body, and because of his gunshot wounds, the driver smashed into a series of parked cars. Earlier, we spoke to a neighbor who was in her front yard when the shooting happened. She asked us not to show her face or tell you her name. Here is what she witnessed.
We We're out here emptying out our car, and we heard like 6 gunshots. And then all of a sudden we were going to go back into the house, but then we heard the car crash up the street. So my son ran down the street to go see if he could help. And I followed him, and the gentleman was unconscious, and other people were trying to help him out. And there was a nurse that was there, I guess, that lived around here. She said not to move him. So they said he was breathing at the time, but when the paramedics came, we saw him pull him out of the car, and he just started bleeding.
Now, police say that the shooting victim was taken to Pomona Valley Health Centers. His condition is not being released right now, and police aren't saying what led up to this shooting. For now, we'll send it back to you.
Wow, what a mess, and lucky so many other people didn't get hurt. All right, thanks, Jeff. A bomb squad had to be called out to a Woodland Hills neighborhood today. They had to check out a suspicious device discovered in a stolen car after police tracked it to Rigoletto Street and Avenue San Luis. Sky 2 over that scene near the 101 at Fallbrook off-ramp. The device was discovered in the trunk of that car just as it was about to be towed away. The LAPD says the driver of that car was arrested. The Fallbrook off-ramp was closed during this bomb scare investigation. The search has expanded for the hit-and-run driver who killed a grandfather. It happened in Compton on Alondra Boulevard and Bradfield Avenue. CBS 2's Joy Benedict found out the man was on his bicycle when he was hit.
We just heard that he was laying out in the street.
It was an unimaginable wake-up call for this Compton family as Darnell Parker Jr. and his wife Tracy Brown were awoke by neighbors. The family's patriarch was killed just blocks from his home.
Somebody had hit him. He was on his bike, and they just left.
Darnell Parker Sr. was 59 years old, a father of 9 children, a grandfather to 5.
He has children that's going to need him. They're going to miss out on very important things they can't even share with their dad.
Family members tell us that Parker was crossing the street here on his bike. Although they're not sure if he had the right of way, they say that doesn't matter so much as the fact that the driver didn't stop.
This is terrible. We've been having too many hit and runs lately. Too many people have been getting killed, and we got to start having a heart.
The accident happened just after midnight early Sunday morning. Investigators say there were witnesses out here, but they don't have a good description of the suspect's vehicle. So detectives plan to look through security footage in the area to try and identify the car and the driver. But this family hopes that isn't even needed.
I know you can't possibly sleep at night or feel like everything is all right when you knowing this. You didn't just hit this man, you killed him. And for your sake and for the sake of the family, his children, please turn yourself in.
And hopefully give this grieving family a little peace.
He did not deserve to be taken out like that. He was too good of a man.
Joy Benedict, CBS 2 News.
On this 3rd anniversary of Fast and Furious star Paul Walker's death, the actor is being honored in a special way. The new tribute took place at the College of the Canyons. But CBS 2's Greg Bill shows us it wasn't without controversy.
A big charity event in honor of Paul Walker of Fast and Furious fame. But the stars are the cars. More than 400 of them here at College of the Canyons. Drivers showing up and showing off.
Top speed on this one is 165.
Have you gone that fast?
Yes.
They're shiny inside and out. Loud cars, proud owners.
It's a 1991 R32 Skyline GTR.
Those are the big guys. The little guys just dream about someday.
We both saw our favorite cars, our dream cars.
Koenigsegg's, the Swedish supercars.
That's this, a Koenigsegg, or egg for short, in this row of $1 million cars.
A LaFerrari goes for about 2.3. The Chiron, that's a price tag of about $5 million.
As for the price tag on this Koenigsegg,
it is worth about $1.5 to $2 million.
Gloria Zhang should know. She and her husband own this. She allowed me to sit in the driver's seat, but for how it drives, well, we have to take her word for it.
It's actually really smooth.
One man, though, isn't happy with this event.
They're disguising a Fast and Furious Street Racing Kills event as a charity.
His daughter Michelle and 2 others were killed in this 6-car crash on the 5 freeway in 2016. Investigators blamed it on 2 drivers who were street racing. Littlefield believes this event in honor of the late Paul Walker glorifies street racing.
And you see what they're doing. They're promoting criminal activity.
It does not promote street racing. It's a car show. This is all just to benefit a charity. 100% of the proceeds of the show are going to his foundation.
As for this event, the crowd far exceeded expectations. So as a result, they definitely plan to do some more. In Santa Clarita, Greg Mills, CBS 2 News.
Some pretty cool cars there.
Yeah, and you could see the gray skies, though, just kind of hanging over.
Well, good weather for it.
And waiting for the sun to peek out.
That's right. And Amber, you're tracking the forecast for us right now, so we're going to figure out coming up what the temps will be.
Now, looking forward to the forecast, plus cheering on the LA football. We're going to take you to the tryouts to be a Charger girl.